Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Untamed Mando, and we are talking about Loki Season 2. Yeah, Loki is getting a Season 2. I'm just as surprised as you are, to be quite honest. I did see bits and pieces of Season 1. I was not impressed. It was quite a letdown because I really do enjoy Tom Hiddleston's Loki, and this series just kind of, in my humble yet accurate opinion, completely destroyed everything that was built up from the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Phase 1. His character arc, his growth, his character development. He went from being just a straight baddie to someone who had kind of a heart. And now Loki just kind of destroyed all of that. Because the Loki that we get in the Loki series is not the same Loki because of timey-wimey, thingy-mobbers, all of the time weird stuff. This Tom Hiddleston's Loki was before he became a good person, kind of like right after the first Avengers movie, like right in that timeline. So before any real character development could even really occur. And kind of really just did not sit well with me because I enjoy, like, Loki was one of my favorite villainy heroes, the heroic villain. I don't know what he's not really an anti-hero because he's not really a hero in the sense that he really cares about other people, but he's better than he used to be. Anyway, we're going to be talking about Loki Season 2, y'all, and I'm just as sad and dejected as the rest of you. So let's get into this article by 25 Rotten Tomatoes. I've actually never heard of this website, and let's see what they talk about as far as Loki Season 2 is concerned. So Loki Season 2 release date, trailer, cast, and more. Because the YouTube overlords like to strike lots of videos of mine when I do reviews on trailers, we will not be actually watching the trailer, but you can go see the Loki Season 2 trailer on YouTube. So Loki Season 2 sees the return of Tom Hiddleston as the god of mischief. Here's what else you should know about the series' return. Dun dun dun. When Marvel Studios first announced its collaboration with Disney Plus to produce television shows, the first three projects, WandaVision, The Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Loki, were all proposed as limited series. I don't really know what that means, but I'm guessing they weren't supposed to go past Season 1. That was my understanding, but I'm probably wrong. The proposal certainly made sense, as each program featured major Marvel Cinematic Universe stars who needed the most flexible commitments. The first two shows stuck to this plan as their stories continued, or will continue, in Marvel films. But Loki surprised viewers when it announced the closing of moments of what turned out to be Season 1, that it would return. And all of the people who watched Loki groaned, united as one. And considering where Loki, Tom Hiddleston, ended up, the story definitely needed to continue. What is this word? Oh, Loki. That's his Norse name. I'm sorry, my Norse brethren. I have failed once again to pronounce words. I have a thesaurus and a dictionary. If anyone is tempted to send me more, I have them. I read them. I promise. Anywho. And then, of course, things went quiet for a time. Key creatives moved on. Other Marvel films and television shows grabs fans' attention like like a train wreck. And Loki quietly soldiered on. But with the news in mid-May that the program will be back this October, everybody, spooky season, we begin sifting through our Time Variance Authority files to take a look at everything we know about Loki's second season and how it ties to the grander MCU, because it told you about Kang. Ha. The grander MCU tapestry. Join us as we take stock of Loki's current predicament and the likelihood of his adversary being someone new, despite being familiar. Ooh! Sounds interesting. And what it means for everyone's favorite mischief maker to start again. Like I said in the beginning, all of the character development that Loki had is gone. Absolutely just thrown out the window. This Loki is not the Loki that we have come to know and love and cherish. This is a abomination, in my opinion. Where did we leave off? We left off in depression and sadness and antidepressants, but anywho. In the first season, the variant Loki from Avengers Endgame, who absconded? Abscond? I'm gonna say abscond, and tell me in the comments below if I am correct or not. From the Battle of New York with the Tesseract, soon found himself scooped up by the Time Variance Authority, an organization that operated outside of time to make sure such aberrations to the sacred timeline were stamped out, or, as it turned out, made to work for their cause. But just as Loki became their guest, another variant Loki known as Sophia Martino, was also causing trouble for the TVA. One middle-level caseworker, Mobius, I keep wanting to say Morbius, but it's Mobius, was also causing trouble for the TVA. Oops. Reverse. I don't know how to read, y'all. Blah, blah, blah. Decided the best way to catch a Loki was to use another Loki, even one still burdened by his glorious purpose. So yeah, like I said, all of the character development, all of the growth, it's just gone. How he loved his brother and sacrificed his life for his brother. Just gone. That moment where you see Thanos just murk Loki, it just means nothing. Sorry, I keep going back to that, but that was a very emotional scene for me, y'all. And then everything collapsed. As it turned out, the TVA was a front for He Who Remains. Dun 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 dun. A super genius who developed the sacred timeline to prevent devastating war between the various realities of the multiverse. That it left him in charge was merely a byproduct, of course. But when Sophie recommitted to her original purpose, He Who Remains lived no longer, and the sacred timeline reconfigured back into the multiverse, giving characters like Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and She-Hulk so many problems. So many problems. I didn't watch She-Hulk. I don't know what kind of problems happened. Nor did I watch Multiverse of Madness. I digress. For Loki, though, it meant a return to the TVA, where former friends like Mobius now regarded him as a stranger, and the organization was more closely affiliated with someone who looks an awful lot like He Who Remains, or at least the statuses strewn about the office sure seemed to suggest that notion. Oh my. The second season will see Loki attempting to reignite his friendship with Mobius, while also trying to convince him that the TVA's new boss is both the old boss and something much worse. Both elements are part of what Hiddleston called a fight for the TVA's very soul. But then, what does the appearance of a Victorian inventor named Victor Timely, as teased in the final Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumanium stinger, have to do with Loki's new battle? I don't know, because I didn't watch the movie because it was trash. I saw a trailer of it and it just didn't look great. Basically, if you have not watched a lot of these shows / movie in the MCU, you have no idea what's going on, and you are like me, lost and adrift in a sea of apathy. Let us continue. In addition to all of that, a trailer released at the end of July, embedded at the top of the page, introduced a new problem for the title character. He is now time slipping, which should be impossible within the TVA. It is unclear if the slipping is an immediate bodily threat to Loki, but it has allowed him to see that this world is headed for an untimely end. Whether or not they become friends again, Loki and Mobius begin a hunt through time for the threat Loki saw in his time slip. But will it be Kang, the presumed main antagonist of the multiverse saga, or one of his many, many variants? It's probably going to be Loki. The show's called Loki. Actually, it should be called Sylvie, but hey, anyway. Meanwhile, Sylvie and the other TVA agents have missions and agendas all their own. Where is Loki season 2 set? I really like him in that suit. That's kind of a nice suit. The main setting of the series will continue to be the TVA, although it is yet to be seen just how different it will be under the stewardship of a different He Who Remains variant. One thing that will stay the same is its cool mid-20th century aesthetic, with partially an analog technology. Luxurious seating and main thoroughfares. Anyone who has ever visited the Marriott Marquis Hotel in Atlanta will recognize on site. That is a really nice hotel. I have seen it from the outside. Nice hotel from the outside. Atlanta is just kind of a rough place. Anyway. And just as the first season visited various time periods and doomed civilizations, it's safe to assume Loki, Mobius, and the rest of the TVA will enjoy free travel throughout the multiverse. That possibility could lead to some interesting settings and perhaps a few unexpected cameos. Oh my god, we're going to see more of the unexpected. I wonder who's going to show up. Probably Captain Marvel. Oh my. And Sylvie, of course. But as this is still Loki's show, Sylvie's show, expect these locales to have something personal for him. We might even see a universe where he grew up as Luffy's son in Jotunheim. One place we definitely know Loki is headed thanks to Quantumania and the July trailer, Victorian England, to convince Mobius that Victor Timely is the big bad they've been looking for. Oh my. Meanwhile, one wonders if a newfound opportunity to travel that widely means Loki will finally reveal himself to Thor and seek his aid in the trouble to come. As it turns out, the program is a crucial part of the overall multiverse saga, and at some point, Loki needs to share what he knows with the heroes. Whether or not they believe him will be up for debate, though. Who stars in season 2 of Loki? Of course, Tom Hiddleston. There's going to be a lot of names that I can't pronounce. So, we're just gonna move right on past the stars because, I cannot pronounce their names. So, pictures. Pictures for your viewing pleasure. Oh my. When does season 2 of Loki premiere? November 10th is the projected premiere date, which is going to be followed closely by Hawkeye. So, yeah, that's Loki season 2. I'm just as disappointed as you are. I am not looking forward to this. I am going to do a review on... an episodic review on the show. I will drink lots of liquids to try and get through this horse manure. But who knows? Maybe it'll be good. I can see you guys laughing, watching this, chuckling to yourselves, going, she's so optimistic. That poor child. Yes, I'm aware that my optimism sometimes gets me into trouble, but hey, someone's gotta be optimistic when the world's burning down. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your opinions in the comments section. Tell me what your thoughts are. Do you think that Loki season 2 is gonna be a continuation of meh? Or is it gonna be the train wreck that we all know it's going to be, and a continual deconstruction of Tom Hiddleston's Loki, and a continuation of she girl boss person? It's all gonna be about the girl, the woman, the key to all of the things, the woman who will show the men how it's done. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, so we shall see. We're all going to be surprised and horrified, I'm sure. But like I said, you guys have a fabulous rest of your day. Please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, tell me all the things in the comment section, and yeah, we're going to find out together come this October if Mando's going to lose her mind. So, toodles! Bye-bye!